Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast of Was It Something I Said with your two co hosts here, the Pope and El Jefe. So, we're going to talk about show format's going to be about four items. We'll have a news item we'll talk about, there'll be a sports item, there'll be a topic of interest, which could be anything, and then there'll be a WeChat message of the day. So, our first topic from the news is, will Kilmar Garcia be coming back after being deported to El Salvador? So, what's your thoughts on that, El Jefe?
Well, for those that have seen the movie Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, when Ace went to Finkel's parents' house and the mother said he's coming back, she's baking us some cookies. What did the father say? He ain't coming back. That's what I'm saying about Kilbar. I think Kilbar is going to be over in El Salvador for a while. Forget the MS-13 accusations. I think right now it's a political egg on the face if he was to be coming back to the United States. And we both know that the people running the show right now ain't going to get too much more egg on their face than they're already getting. So it's unfortunate, but what's scary is that you don't know who the next Kilmar may be. It could be somebody that's next door. It could be one of us. Shit, if
As long as it ain't me ahead, I don't give a shit. No, yeah, no,
but you don't know who it could be.
no, and that's true. So, I got the same sentiment. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a while, and I think it's gonna be a fight. I mean, it was one thing when you're dealing with foreign governments and stuff like, you need to have some kind of clout here to get back. How Brittany Griner, they got her back from Russia, but my man Waylon, he was there for forever. So I agree, and I'm gonna go a little civics with this one.
Okay.
And that's with the three branches of our government: judicial, executive, and there too. So basically, this was an executive order that was written by President Trump. So they rounding up people, taking them out. So now they took it to the courts. Dean, my man, was wrongfully deported. So the court says, okay, then you need to make sure you get them back. But now here's where the problem comes in at, is that the executive branch is the one that enforces the judicial branch's, rulings.
That's
So
ass backwards.
well, it's, yeah, but especially since they're the one that issued it. So that's why I'm saying, just with how government works and how defiant this presidential is, that no, he the one that did the order. So now
But
I'm
just
the
be
one
clear,
that's got to enforce bringing them back. And like you say, and have some egg looked at my face when I'm trying to get some traction. They saying my man was part of this gang and all that stuff, but all that didn't matter because he really wasn't, and you don't have no time to kind of defend yourself because once they come get you and send you and take you away, you gone. So,
but be clear about one thing from what you said. The court. It just wasn't the 36th District Court in Detroit. It wasn't the Michigan Supreme Court. It's the highest court in the land that said set that man free. And he basically said, he being the president, fuck you. He ain't coming, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't coming here. He could go anywhere, but he ain't coming here. So he put two fingers up to the Supreme Court. So when's the last time you heard of the Supreme Court giving an order and their order was basically ignored? It's never happened.
no,
As
it
far as I
never
know.
happened. I mean, they may slow walk it, they may do something like that, but in this case, it's kind of basically a board. So, shout out to his loved ones. Hey, just hang in there, and hopefully
Yeah.
that sooner than later they can get the man back home with his family.
And watch out for anybody else that's thrown in a van like your boy Blue from old school, because that's how they being taken, man. I mean, it's some serious shit going on right now, and everybody's at risk. That
it is.
That ain't got a red hat on their head.
Well, even then, it don't matter now because they ain't taking them by the color of the hats. They taking them by other things. So, yeah. Don't be like, don't get asked to do something. Don't be like Buffalo Bob and get in front. He keep pushing you and pushing you and push you in the van. Right. Next thing you know, you in a hole somewhere trying to get out. So not to make light of the situation.
No.
But, hey,
it brings it home. It brings it home.
Just kind of brings it home. All right, our next topic's going to be our sports topic for the day. This one was NBA playoffs. Who do you get?
Well, before the playoffs started, I liked Oklahoma City and I like Cleveland, two top seeds in each conference. But after watching what Oklahoma City did to Memphis, I know Memphis is the 8th seed and they don't carry what Oklahoma City is doing, but damn. They took them out to the woodshed, and I don't see nobody beating Oklahoma City. Sure ain't Boston. I don't think Cleveland could do it because SGA had an off game, and they still won by 50-something points. So firepower for firepower, what team in the West could run with them right now? I think the only possible team could possibly be Golden State. But they ain't keeping up with them boys when it's all said and done. And then you go to the East. Who gonna beat them? It's Cleveland or Boston.
I'm gonna tell you.
You got to tell me why.
Boston.
You got to tell me why.
Well, again, if you kind of look at, and I read this shit somewhere. So the most 25 impactful players in the playoffs. These two teams are close. Boston has 6 and OKC has 5. So you got Al Horford, you got Drew Holiday, you got Derek White, you got Porzingis, you got Brown, you got Tatum. Then you got Hardison, Dort, Holmgren, Williams, and Shea Alexander, a.k.a. I call R. Kelly because I think he looked like R. Kelly. Not that he did the things that I was accused of. But
I hope he ain't pissing out Gatorade.
But I call him R. Kelly because he looked like R. Kelly to me. Uh-huh. And you got to beat the champs to be the champs. Okay. And Boston them is still young. So they got the depth, the bench to kind of match OKC. And this is just one game. I mean, even though OKC all regular season, average margin of victory was about 15 points a game. Yeah. So, this ain't nothing new from them, but they did get some exposure last year, but with one series victory. So yeah, but just going by the one game that we saw, yeah, they did. Yeah, looks like they're going to the finals based off of the service size of one. Lakers, they didn't look good.
Not at all.
But again, it's one game.
Luka already showing up as not that it's no big surprise, but he's already showing up as a defensive liability. So he ain't gonna learn to play defense overnight between games 1 and 2. So.
No, but what he does know well is offense. So between the two, if they get that rolling, then they can make it play enough defense to get there. Luka and them got there last year with Dallas. AKA he had Kyrie. Now Kyrie, picked up the slack going in there too. So still early in the playoffs, but I'm going my pick to win it all is a repeat with Boston. With
all right.
Celtics.
We're gonna have to revisit this topic then when the finals start, and we'll have a finals debate. How many games it's going to take for whoever picks as the champ to win?
Well, as many as it takes. Win 4.
Win 4.
Win them 4 in a row. 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6.
That'll
First one
be
gets
the
the
debate.
4.
That'll be the debate. How long is it going to take to get to 4? So.
I never really liked that question. And then what do you got to do to beat this team? Hell, I got to have one more point in them when the clock run out. Shit. Now, how we do it, hell, I don't know. That changes from game to game, person to person, who going to show up. So
injuries can occur. A lot of things could change. I mean, we're only one game into the playoffs for everybody. So
yeah, we're only one game in. But I will give a shout out to the home team, even though they collapsed at the end. Detroit Pistons. Shout out to y'all being in the mix, especially after only winning 14 games last year. So
if Bickerstaff don't win Coach of the Year, it's a sham.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I don't care about the Cleveland.
We used to shams here.
We are. Yeah, I know, because that goddamn Dan Campbell should have won Coach of the Year. But that's a whole different topic.
Yeah, I bet you do.
That's a whole different
multiple reasons.
Multitude of reasons.
Multitude of reasons.
Yeah, but if Bickerstaff, I mean, his competition is the Cleveland coach Atkinson, who inherited JB's team, basically, right?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Who's
the
the third?
They're talking about had people to work with. Now, Zumi in Houston, he did kind of build that team.
Oh, Udoka, Nia's guy.
Yeah, what I call him?
Zumi. We'll call him Nia. We'll call him Nia's ex. But
Mr. Long.
Mr. Long.
Mr. Long.
He's Mr. Long.
Yeah, Mr. Long's team. You know, he did kind of built that team and got it to where they at.
But he built it.
Pace, but
he built it. They were already ahead of the Pistons. Pistons won 14 damn games last year. A rudderless team, no direction. Monty, I thought Monty was going to do better, to be honest, but it looks like he was. It looks like he was forced, and I'm putting that in air quotes. He was forced to reconsider his decision not to accept the offer. But when you throw, I think it was $50 million, you gotta say, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it.
Topic though didn't digress. Yeah, I never had faith in Monty because I didn't have faith with what Monty did when he had some studs in Phoenix.
Well, the Pistons, like you said, man, I can't say nothing bad about them. You know, I didn't redo my tickets this year because it wasn't worth the effort to go see a bad product. And
no, I agree.
They proved me
they only
wrong.
won 14 games, but
yeah.
But I hate you didn't get the tickets because at least I might have got to.
I know. You know. I might have some Tiger tickets for you for this weekend too, so I'll let you know.
All right. Next topic is going to be our topic of interest, and in December we're going on a cruise, so we're going to talk about the cruise and some of the excursions and things of that nature there too. So I went on the website and kind of looking around to kind of see things to do. I guess you got to see what else they kind of offer there, because again, a lot of the stuff is beaches and there too. So no, I know I'm gonna want to walk around, do some other stuff. So it was a few things that kind of caught my eye. Because, like you say, once in Nassau, it was like the taste of Nassau. Sightseeing and beach break. Then a small group Jeep adventure and beach break. And then it was
who's driving? Small
group walking tour of the city. Who's driving? Well, it ain't going to be nobody else. They ain't going to let us drive.
Hey. I want to see whoever driving this driving record. I don't want somebody just plopping through the damn jungle. Because he needed a job.
They're going to say he got the job. He all right.
Yeah.
Get in. You know how they go.
We're going to teach you 3 things: steering wheel, brake, accelerator.
Yeah. So who knows?
All right.
Like in Bimmy, I looked up and said like Stingray Adventure.
How deep is the water?
No, well, you ain't in the water, so you just can touch them, feed them, do all
Hey,
that.
man, that's what took out the damn
boat.
crocodile hunter. I'm on no barber my ass.
Hey, you ain't gonna be in the water like the crocodile hunter.
Okay.
You gonna be on the boat, and if you don't want to feed him, hey. And then it
Okay.
was leisurely echo conch cruise.
Well, that sounds good.
That
Conch
sounds
bird.
on there too. Yeah, conch. You know my phonics is messed up at times.
No, that conch is good. Damn good. That conch salad, shit, you can't beat
Yep,
that.
and I even saw kind of like that too, a tasting with conch in there too. So now they got you at discounts and other stuff, but no, they'll have a special when they get on the boat. I ain't getting no more than what I already got till I
Right.
get there,
Right.
and then we'll kind of go from there. And then they also kind of have some ship excursions too that you can kind of do. I looked up Jack Daniel's whiskey tasting that caught my eye. Rabbit hole bourbon tasting, and then they had a steak master class.
Really?
Yeah, so that looked interesting to kind of see, if they gonna give you some tips on
is that gonna
cooking some
be
steaks.
Oh, cooking or the tasting part of it, what to look for in a good steak.
I say if you're a master, I need to taste it to make sure
Yeah.
if you're a master. Because you can make it look good, but if you can't make it taste good, it ain't no good to me.
I like that. That's something we got to do. As much as you and I like steaks, whether it's medium rare or medium well, it's still that's up for
Medium
debate.
Rare plus.
That's up for debate for another topic. But that'd be something good. That'd be something good to check out.
So it's a few things. So I'm looking forward to the cruise and that stuff there too. So
I'm gonna do the hotel. I can send that information out too for that one night stay down at Fort Lauderdale. I'll send you guys some information next couple days.
That'll be it. Well, I guess this gets to the part where we're gonna wrap up with the we said message, and the we said message for this episode is life. And I'm gonna read this because I wrote it down. Every day you wake, you can shape things to reach your personal legend. But remember, we can't do it alone. When I pray for understanding, guidance, patience, and wisdom. Daily, I mimic these things in others. So, when I say mimic these things I see in others is, all of us as friend the Mapsaw crew, just to be short, just the things that we went through, things we help each other with, things that you see people do. When you see these things that are mimicked in them, that you should try to mimic those good things and good traits. Because again, when I do pray, I don't pray for let me have riches, let me have this. No, I feel if I get these basic things in there too, that I'm blessed and feel that way. So although we talk about different things, we're going to talk about things that could be better, that could be worse. That puts us somewhere in the middle. But through it all, we've been blessed.
Well, hey, if there was a mic to drop, I'll drop it. Could say it better. It's your words, and I live by them because as long as I've known you, you haven't changed, and we haven't changed as a group. So I concur with everything you said, my brother. Message received.
All righty. So until the next time.
Till the next time.
Remember,
all right.
Was it something we said?
Was it something we said? Eventually, it will be.
Not yet.
Anyway.